So, want to talk about Saturn? Saturn just went direct on November 3rd. It's at 0 degrees at that moment. Meaning, you're seeing something through different eyes because Saturn's been in Pisces retrograde since March. And I feel like whatever started like coming up for you in March looks different now. Like you're seeing it through different eyes. What's happening is there's more self-awareness, higher self-awareness happening, spiritual knowledge, right? So you're looking through fresh eyes about something, maybe more than one thing, you know? Trust the universe. This is how you're feeling. The eyes of your higher self, the one who trusts the universe, the one that gives the human in you faith in your own self. So I'm gonna look into like what this is all about with the tarot, but I got this book, really great book, and it's called The Only Astrology Book You'll Ever Need. No, I haven't read it all. But today when I was like looking up information, I'm like, I want to look at this book. So here's what it's saying. Like, I just got a couple of little notes here about Saturn. And, I mean, yeah, Saturn, it's the father of Jupiter, Neptune, and Pluto. Saturn's also a symbol for father time because he brought an end to all the things that had a beginning. Time. Right? I was thinking about how interesting that is. Like just that one statement, just like a light bulb moment for me, because I was thinking like father time, like the only place that time exists is here, I think, as far as I know, right? I feel like other realms don't feel time like we do here. And I was thinking, why is that, I wonder? Well, for instance, we have the sun, 24 hours, right? And then we mark down days. And eventually we die. Like there's a time limit to everything. Everything expires at some point here on this earth. So Saturn is very, very much hooked to that invention of time in history, right? In mythology. Okay. I thought that was interesting. And I also was thinking that Saturn is the planet that teaches us the lessons we must learn in life. Under Saturn's influence, we achieve by overcoming obstacles and hardships. Sometimes the effort itself is the reward. And then what we learn under Saturn's influence, we keep for the rest of our lives. So it's like it's a fated, destined lesson that we plan to learn, and then we keep it forever in our soul. The lesson, the feeling, the knowing, what that's like, the compassion. Saturn's effect is to delay rewards until they are earned. How about that? So it slows stuff down until we actually earn it. I thought that was interesting. In its symbolic form, Saturn is your destiny. It rules fate and the things we cannot escape, and the payment we must make for what we receive. So then, all of the signs here, like if your Saturn is in Aries, here's how your personality is. If your Saturn is in Taurus, etc. Like, I feel like this book is just like a wealth of knowledge here. So anyway, I just thought I'd share a couple of those things with you before I actually start the tarot. Let's see here. Let me find you in case somebody gets on and wants to visit. it is. Okay. All right, so Saturn. Let's see. Now we're going to do each sign. And I have okay, so I'm going to ask one, March to November. What did Saturn show each sign? We'll just see if this is if this is doable here. How does your soul see it? Because remember, it was saying you have new eyes now because of Saturn, you know, like whatever just happened, and then now we're at 0 degrees and you're like reset button. You're looking at it from your soul, right? How does soul see it? And what's the new beginning? Those are the questions I'm going to ask. Because it's definitely causing a reset for something. And so we'll start with 624 with Aries. All right, so Aries. Let's see if I have this on. Chat. No, there it is. Okay. I think I'm just going to use regular tarot and see what I'm kind of like called to do here, but let's see how this goes. So Aries, what exactly was Saturn showing Aries from March to November in the retrograde? What was it? So it would be something that would be rewinding, like something, you're looking at something and you're reprocessing it, you know, because it's in Pisces. So you're coming from a soul perspective instead of the way you did see it. So it's a complete reset, you know. So let's see what it is. Aries. Tell me what Saturn showed Aries over March through November. What were they rewinding about? What were they being shown? The devil. So maybe some fears. Maybe something that was controlling you. You know what I mean? Where you didn't have control over your life. Could be an addiction. Somebody with an addiction. Someone around you with devil energy even. Yeah. And I think you're learning, so you learned something new about it. You saw something new. Page of Swords. You saw something different here. Aries. Yeah. Soul coming out. Saying like, yeah, look at it from my perspective. This is your human perspective, right? That's what they're showing you. Like this, whatever this devil energy is kind of keeping you unaware. At the bottom of the deck, I see the 6 of Swords. So I feel like you're being taken out of that energy right now. But I'm going to clarify like what the devil is. Let's just see. Don't you want to know? I'm sure it will be different for everyone, but I think we can get a pretty good idea off of these cards. They're pretty specific. So tell me what the devil energy is that Aries has been looking at since March. Yeah, rejection and loss. So this could be like, it could be like someone that walked away from you, someone who just didn't love you back. It could be about losing something and you're so depressed that you can't get out of it. I feel like you've been really vulnerable and living in fear, limitations. It's saying that you've been living in fear. And so what it causes you is to not be like aware of your surroundings. And I think like you've been understanding that. Yeah. Third eye awakening here with your judgment card. Like you're starting to see things differently because of divine intervention. Saturn. Yeah. Could be about control issues too. You know, control tactics. Maybe you have a habit of being involved with people like that. I'm not sure. Or maybe you just do it yourself, and Saturn is showing you like, hey, this is like, you need to look at this from your soul's perspective. And so let's see how your soul sees it. How does your soul see it? How does Aries soul see this lesson that they've been looking at? This fear, this limitation, this control tactic thing. How does their soul see it now? Exactly. New beginning. They're excited that you see it, you know? They're excited that you are choosing it. Or maybe you still have the choice, right? You can listen to your body or you can listen to your soul. But the way your soul sees it is that when you really understand this and apply it, like, and really do the new thing, tell me how they see it. Yeah, you're letting go of it. You are. You're choosing to let go. What you see up here in the retrograde is self-limiting beliefs. It's, I'm not good enough. It could be a pattern of people controlling your life, Aries. And you're letting it go is what's happening. This is how your soul sees it. And to learn from everything. Like, let it go and learn from all of that. Tell me what they learned. Tell me what they learned. Okay. Okay, so what's happening here is, like, through this whole process, you're remembering your higher self and becoming aligned. And that's how your soul sees it. Like, it took all of this stuff for you to finally see me, hear me, feel me. That's your higher self, right? And so tell me, Spirit, what's coming in? What's this new beautiful cycle? Tell me what's new coming in for Aries. Okay, well, it looks like it could be traveling. It's also telling me kind of like you get to decide, you know? I mean, this could be a hard decision too, like, but reset button is totally there, right? So you get to have a reset button here. You get to end this old cycle with these people, places, and things that don't serve you, you know, that keep you in fear, that keep you feeling like you're not enough, right? The people that keep controlling you, or maybe it's your own self control trying to be controlling. But what I see is like this new logical King of Swords coming in, like tapped in, tuned in, turned on, talking to Spirit. What way should I go? Spirit says, just get in. Just get in the car. So maybe some of you guys are going to be traveling, going toward where it's warm, where it's sun, where it's abundant. Maybe you also on this trip might even get like crown chakra opening moments. So if you're called to travel, which I feel like it looks like that, I feel like you're going to get clarity more and more. Tell me why this Two of Swords is here, though. Like, that's not good. Because this is said, what's new? Okay, this is about self-love and setting your intentions. And here's what I'm feeling like. I feel like maybe self-love is something that's really hard for you, Aries. I don't know why, but it's coming out like that. And it is kind of a requirement here. I mean, it's blocking you from seeing something. You know, it's blocking you from deciding to let go. This indecision, this And it's really all about loving yourself. There's a Venus card here. You know, Venus just moved into Libra. I'm going to do a reading on that maybe tomorrow or later today or something. I'm going to look up the information, but big changes with Venus too. So maybe you look at your own chart, you know, if you have an app or something, look and see what's going on with you and Venus, because it's coming out. Like something's changing here, becoming more fair in the love arena. So there's a new beginning. I do feel like there's indecision here. And the human part of you might be reluctant to move forward, or still have something to process here. Because I feel like there's some confusion here. Even here, how the soul sees what's going on. They see there's an opportunity for a new beginning, but you're not completely sure. You're not 100% in. And what you're trying to do is let go of this past behavior or past person or past feeling, but you're a little bit guarded about it. And I do feel like you're going to turn this around. I feel like, you know, I mean, you have a choice here. You know, what are you going to do with the information, you know? Because your soul is saying, like, you know, third eye activated. You know, it's activated, it's happening. But the human is still a little bit guarded and confused about it. I don't know. I feel like there's more coming for you, though. Like, even though you're confused, I feel like maybe you're going to get dreams or, you know, visions or something about your past life. You're going to know how to do something that you didn't know how to do before, something like that. And what's new is you going forward, honestly, toward happiness and abundance and new beginnings. But again, you have this Two of Swords that's blocking you. You know, when I clarified it, it's all about loving yourself. So I feel like you need to practice self-love and set the intention. You know what I mean? Like, set the intention of this. What's new? What do you want it to be? You know, write it down. My new life is this, because it's really happening. And the planet went forward like November 3rd. So we've been in this energy about a week. So I'm wondering, like, how are you guys feeling? Are you getting clear? You know, that's why I was thinking, like, I better do some astrology readings, because this shit is so real, you know? So hopefully it helps you, right? I feel like self-love is important, so make sure and do that. Taurus, 1935. All right, so let's see. We'll get a different deck for Taurus. Angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, and all that is coming from love and light. Thank you for your help today. We're trying to tap into the Saturn energy. I know how important it is. So let's talk about Taurus now. So from March through November, while Saturn was in retrograde, what were you showing them? What was Saturn showing Taurus during this time? A new idea. Someone coming in to work with you. It's something really exciting. And the Hermit. So you got a new idea. It looks like it got off the ground too. I feel like there's, you know, like it's taking time. Like it didn't come maybe as fast as you expected it to. Like it's kind of slow energy here with the Knight of Pentacles. But it's a new idea. It's something you've been working on. And I think this whole thing is about possibly being emotionally overwhelmed for some reason. You know, like maybe there's, I don't know if you have to compete with people or if that's what you're worried about, you know? Five of Swords, it's kind of like showing me like a word fight here, you know, following the Queen of Cups. So I feel like, I don't know, something happened here, maybe with the people you're working with or something like that. Inner struggle, even about one thing or another, right? And then the Page of Swords. So I feel like you're getting some kind of new awareness about your power with the Moon card. Maybe your power even over emotion. You know what I mean? Because you're surrendering it here in the Queen of Cups. And then in the new information is about your own real power, your soul. It's coming out to say like, wow, did you forget about me? You know? So I feel like you've been working on something and it's been slow. And maybe that's causing you inner struggle. Like you feel like, what the fuck? Like, how come this isn't working out for me now? You know what I mean? And so tell me, how does the soul see this situation? It sees it as an opening to your heart chakra opening. It sees that this situation has made your heart open. Yeah. And there's the Page of Cups. So I feel like that's what the soul is noticing. It's like, whatever this is, it caused you to open up more to the soul. Do you know what I mean? Because your soul is basically is your heart, you know? I mean, in the tarot, it's like heart activation, and soul is pure love. So it lives there, you know? It really lives there. And yeah, and your soul sees this as like the reset button. Like your heart's activated now. Now let's manifest our new beginning in Pentacles. Like we needed you to like come out. We needed your heart to open up first. Wow. So tell me what this new beginning looks like for Taurus. Oh, that's too many. What's the new beginning look like for Taurus? Okay, Eight of Wands. That's always a good sign. I feel like it's spirit, like honed in on you, like helping you, you know? Like, bam, here you go. So, ooh, what's new? Okay, your heart's activated, spirit is working with you, but what is this devil here for? And this indecision, it's like not trusting Taurus. You know, because two of Pentacles, like in this deck, let me explain why I read it this way. In this deck, it is a lot about color, and the white represents the soul, and the red represents the human being, you know. So human being mean like fear and stuff, you know what I mean? Fears and fear of anything, right? So what's new? God, why is that here for Taurus? What happened? Something is happening here with deception. And you are afraid. You're afraid to change. You're afraid to change. This devil is your comfort zone. You can't stop thinking about this. You're having a hard time changing something. Tell me what's going on in the Eight of Pentacles. Tell me what's going on in the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, self-care, spirit guide assistance, something about your beliefs. Okay. Okay. Control tactics, self-defeating beliefs, right? Okay. You want to know what? I mean, you do have a brand new beginning, and Spirit wants to give it to you, but your human being is still kind of stuck down here in all this negative stuff. It's here too, like with the Five of Wands, you know, with you kind of arguing with yourself or whatever it is. I mean, it appears that you're letting go of it here and accepting this new information, but once you get down to what's new, it's like you're stopping yourself. Hi, nice to meet you. You're a long ways away, huh? Indonesia. Okay, well, I want to know some advice then. Like, what's it? Give me some advice for Taurus. How can they fix this? Like, how can they remove the block? Because this fear is like holding you back. This fear. You still have some kind of belief about yourself, Taurus, that's not accurate. Like, you still feel like you're lacking. I don't know why. Okay, so Spirit is saying, like, if you're open to receive, you know what I mean, but you're not here. And so Spirit is, your higher self really even has a plan all ready for you. And for some reason, it's taken you a minute to accept it. And if you want to not get into this, I feel like you really need to work on the letting it go thing, like Spirit, you know. Maybe work with the moon energy this weekend or something, you know. Because you need to be open to receive this, which is seriously just about intention, you know. And so I'm telling you right now that there's something going on with Saturn. And it is something that you started. But remember in the beginning when I was reading all this stuff, it's like Saturn is a planet that withholds what's coming to you until you've earned it. So I'm feeling like all you need to do is be open to receive it and it'll be here. You know what I mean? But you have yourself a little closed off with this devil energy. So maybe you have a choice in this, you know. You move forward or not. Let's see. Gemini is next. 2906. Okay, Gemini. Let's see what's happening for you here. What's my questions at? From March to November, what have you been showing, Gemini, in the retrograde? What have they been reviewing? It's a lesson about choosing yourself. Two of Wands. And transforming. Because the minute you do choose yourself, you do transform. You know, you choose you. And things just start to change. Because you choose what makes you the happiest. You know what I mean? So because you choose to be happy, everything that comes to you is now also more reason to be happy. Yeah, this is about manifesting. Okay. All right. So I feel like there was a tower moment here. And so maybe it happened between March and November, or maybe it happened before that. It could have something to do with the child. But I can promise you it has something to do with a higher lesson, the Hierophant is here. So let's just get some other cards on it, because I just want to know what this story is. Tell me what the tower is. What's the tower? Okay. Okay. So the tower is being clarified by remembering something over and over and over again, right? Like you can't stop thinking about whatever it is they're talking about here. What you're trying to do is figure out why, or maybe you're like me and you're trying to figure out, like, well, what was the lesson here? What did I learn? I feel like, honestly, I feel like you're in this place, in this tower moment, and I feel like you're just really there. Like, I feel like you're a little stuck there. And what's going to bring you out of that is self-care, doing things to take care of yourself. Because I feel like this is almost like I don't know, tower moment that never leaves your head. You know what I mean? So self-care is what's going to help you out with that. Tell me what's going on with that page. Like, tell me what the page is representing here, because they can really mean a lot of things. They can mean a child. They can mean a message, right? It's being clarified by release and surrender. The devil energy here. And the change, making a change. So I'll tell you what, I feel like you're either hung up on a person or a loss. You're missing someone. You haven't been with them for a long time. This could be, it could be a child. But again, if you want the courage to change, I feel like you have to start loving yourself. And maybe this is something you started doing, like March through November. You started realizing, like, man, I gotta really start loving myself here. This is not working. Tell me about what happens with the Death card, Spirit. What happened with the Death card? Why is the Death card here? Divine intervention, inner child healing, vulnerable. So that child, we saw the Page of Wands, could really be you as a child, and there's something there that's holding you back, and I feel like maybe through March through November, you probably know what I'm talking about, you know. I feel like there's change available, and you know it, um, but you have to choose it, you have to choose it. The first card out, Two of Wands, what's best for me? What takes me to the happiest place? I feel like that is important. Truth is at the bottom, and the Wheel of Fortune too. So I do feel like, Wheel of Fortune is directly connected to Saturn, as we, read in the beginning. It's like the planet of destiny, So let's just see how your soul is looking at this whole thing, because I feel like your human being has been processing a lot, There's a lot of pain here, most likely coming from a long time ago. And I feel like you've been healing some stuff, rewriting the story. Like, instead of remembering your childhood, like, fuck that shit. You're starting to see it, like, as the bigger picture. Like, how it served you to get to here. You know what I mean? So that you get to the places that you've been. All those things from your childhood led you here. And honestly, there's a time in our life where we finally get that. And then we can't be upset about it anymore, right? So let's say, how does the soul see this whole sitch? How's the soul feeling about all of this? Okay. So, I feel like what's happening, the soul is kind of explaining what's happening here from their perspective, right? And they're saying, like, there was some stuff in your life that just wasn't fair. Like, as a child, they're still talking about that here. And I feel like, honestly, for one thing, I think it's been really hard for you to choose yourself, ever. For whatever reason. It's like a selfish thing, or something you were taught it, I feel like also something else that you were taught as a child was maybe that, you couldn't count on people. Like, they would say stuff, but they wouldn't always carry it out. And it left a big imprint on you, but you're understanding why. The Justice card coming out 2 times, like once in your first row, and now it's coming out again. You're seeing justice and why all of those things eventually led you to success. And that was your soul's plan. Like, okay, so then it's talking about heartbreak, Knight of Pentacles, and a Cup of Love. So what I feel like is, once you realize, like, all this inner child stuff, and you, like, wrap your head around the truth of it, like, wow, I kind of see why I needed that kind of parent. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get on this path and have these obstacles that led me here and here and here. And so here's what's happening with that. Whatever heartbreak that you had about it, it's going away. And I mean, new love here, new love for yourself. You know what I mean? I feel like you're very, successful at this. Your spirit, your higher self is excited. And I do feel like you have some kind of success coming. Maybe in love, might come in slow. But tell me what's new coming from this, all these lessons. What's new coming in from this Saturn retrograde, going direct, new life? Okay, 3 of Pentacles, maybe a new offer. Yep. It's someone who sees you as a very solid option. It's a soul friend. So maybe once you clear up all this old stuff, like, it changes your vibe. It changes everything, because you're not sitting with all this stuff in the back of your mind about your parents or your childhood or whatever. You're actually understanding, like, wow, they did that for me, like, that couldn't have been easy for a 100% pure love and light soul to sign up to do whatever, cause whatever kind of lesson, whatever kind of pain. I feel like the new beginning is just all about truth. And I do feel like, you do have someone coming in. Yeah, you've let go of all the past stuff. It's over. You're confident, you're powerful. So that's your new cycle. It's a Two of Cups person coming in. I don't know what the sword of truth is. Let's find out. Let me see tell me what the Ace of Swords is here. It's a solid foundation. It's an epiphany. It's a higher self activation, and it's unity with another person. And also there's that Jupiter card, that same planet we're talking about. Stability, harmony, flow, the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like, honestly, this relationship coming in is what you've got coming toward you. Like, this is your soul saying, like, yeah, you needed to, like, wrap this up. Saturn, like, brought something to your attention that needed to go away. It was this inner child thing. And I feel like maybe you've been releasing it, working on it, also loving yourself too. Maybe since March. And yeah, I feel like this is so cool. I love this outcome. So, lesson that you learned here as far as major arcana is the strength card. So, I feel like you've learned a lot of strength. Like, first of all, like when you go back to your inner child wounding. And maybe you have a resentment about an abusive parent, and it's hard. I know that sounds crazy, but that is what I'm talking about. And like you have some kind of resentment or some kind of something that you're hanging on, it's slowing you down. It's stopping you from growing because it's resentment and it's negative energy that just clings to you and blocks your heart. And Saturn is trying to, like, show you this, with a divine intervention, like, moment. Oh my God, you know and it gives you the courage to change. It reframes what you think about that parent. So I don't know if that's the exact scenario, but it's something about when you're little. And I feel like you're reframing it and, like, saying to yourself, like, I can understand now that I'm looking from the soul's perspective why I needed to come into that kind of setting. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you came in on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you were raised poor. I don't know. Or maybe you were raised, say, with an abusive parent. And let's say in another life you were raised with all love. Do you think you would have the same experiences? Mm-mm, you wouldn't. Because you wouldn't be the same person. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're seeing something bigger. Like, okay, I see why I planned this. And when we can accept that, it changes everything, man, because you let go of that anger and it's replaced with almost deep respect. That's how I feel about my mom. That's the reason I'm explaining it like that, because, man, I had a tough life with my mom. And and now I get it. Without her, I would never ever have been the person, experienced abusive relationships, and climbing out of that, getting through all of that. You know what I mean? I had a big plan, and she was a big part of it. Without her, I would have never been able to pull it off. And I'm so grateful for her, you know? Because, like, as a soul, I mean, we're all up there, and I'm like, well, I need somebody right from the very get-go to do this, and set me in this mindset where I don't really even like who I am. And my mom's like, okay, I'll do it. And I think the reason that they say, yeah, I'll do it, is because as soul friends or as soul family, like, here's how I really feel about my mom. I feel like she probably loved me more than anyone else and knew that we could get through it. And we did. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that makes sense, but I just feel like somebody needs to know that. Hi, Linda. Hi, Dan. I probably missed you, Dan, huh? Already gone. So, wow, that was a crazy reading for you, Gemini. Let's look at Cancer. 45, 27. Cancer. All right, Cancer. Well, hang on. Let me grab a different deck. Cancer. Angel spirits, guides, ancestors. Talking about Saturn today. So what we're asking about is Cancer and what Saturn has been reviewing for them to look at and reprocess, looking at it from their soul's perspective rather than their human's perspective. Can you show me what that looked like from March till November 3rd? Thank you. Okay. Two of Cups. King of Swords. Nine of Swords. Nightmare. The Nightmare card is here, you guys. I'm on Cancer for if you just joined me. Hi. Okay. So this is something about some kind of a relationship, Two of Cups. Like it could be a lover, right? It could be an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But it made you really sad. Nine of Swords. And I feel like you're tapping into spirit, your higher self, and you're talking to your higher self about that. And you're gaining clarity. You're learning something new. Bottom of the deck is the Lovers, Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and Four of Pentacles. So I feel like you're hanging on to something, is what this is saying. Let's get this other deck and we'll clarify. Let's clarify what the Two of Cups is first. Let's see what it was. What is this relationship that Cancer is looking at? Okay. It's about transformation, the Two of Cups, and a renewal. So maybe you've been thinking about that, or maybe you had like somebody come back from the past. You know, somebody that you were really attracted to. Tell me who the King of Swords is. Who's the King of Swords for? King of Swords is about deciding to take care of yourself, love yourself. So maybe that is something you've been doing, or they've been telling you to do since. I feel like there's, whatever this relationship is, there's love, but it requires you to take care of yourself with what they're telling me. And I feel like there was either kind of like a fight or a conflict or a trigger between you and this person. And I also see the transformation card. So I feel like you, because of this person, you had a transformation. You're reframing a relationship, trying to understand what it gave you. That's what Saturn did for you over the last 6 months or whatever. Now, in the Nine of Pentacles, or the Nine of Swords, I feel like you have a little bit of confusion here. And all of this person that came in, this Two of Cups, whatever they triggered in you was a childhood wound. And it has something to do with family and commitment and home. And then I see wish fulfillment and abundance coming in. I feel like that's what Spirit is telling you in the Hermit card. The new information. They're telling you what this gave you. Tell me what this gave them. What did this give them? Well, I feel like some of you are changing something. You're releasing something. Could be like a bad habit. You know, and I also see you like understanding the need to take care of yourself more too. What's the childhood wound? It could have something to do with I don't know. Tell me what happened with the inner child thing for. Hi, Erica. Okay. So the doubt card comes out. So it's like the way your human feels. You know? Like, so I feel like that the childhood wound is something that you know, learned very young, a very young age. It could be about like the stability of a home. Like, I feel like it wasn't stable. It didn't feel stable. Something felt off. It made you feel all the time like off balance and maybe like you weren't good enough. And you've carried this shit with you your whole damn life. And you're almost clinging to it here. And I feel like that's what Spirit showed you. And whoever this Two of Cups person was, Cancer, I kind of feel like they're the ones that showed you that, you know? And I think you're realizing it. So where maybe you felt like you lost out with this person or whatever, your soul is showing you something different. Show me what you're showing them, Spirit. What is Cancer's soul showing them with this, when the Saturn was reversed? Show me what they've been looking at and how the soul sees it. Okay. So how the soul sees it, I feel like, want to know what this looks like? Wow, this is crazy, but... So this person, this Two of Cups, here's one scenario. This Two of Cups that came in, that gave you the transformation, that unified your body, mind, and soul eventually, right? Came in and out of your life. They weren't here for very long. I feel like it felt like a dream in a way, you know, and I feel like you saw it to be like a very stable connection, and you felt stability maybe for the first time. You really wanted to work on something, you know, and it kind of like, I don't know, I want to say like lit you up, woke you up, something. It definitely gave you alignment. And so your soul knows that you are meant to feel this, you know, but maybe it was just there for your learning, you know what I mean? For you to work through this south node thing, this feeling of lack, right? Because what you did feel is abundance with this person. You did feel it. You experienced it. You know it exists. And I feel like, they come in as a Knight of Wands, so in and out, and they didn't stay. But what they're here for is to wake you up, sometimes, and to let you know what this feeling was. And this is what your soul knows about it. And they know that it kind of made you off balance, like, but eventually you're back here to this judgment card where your soul is leading you. So it was a perfect plan, really. I feel like this Two of Wands is still here. You know what I mean? Two of Pentacles. Like, you're not 100% sure what way you want to go here with this, how you feel, and your soul's acknowledging it right now, like saying, like, I don't know what they're going to choose. I don't know what they're going to choose yet, the human part. But I do feel like you're still in alignment, and so it probably doesn't matter what you choose, you know? You're just back in alignment, and that was the plan, is what I feel like. Plus, you offloaded this thing about your past, about your home life, about not being good enough or never having enough, because actually what this person did was they let you, they came into your life and you felt it, and it exists. you know and I don't think you did before, so you have a point to think of, you know what I mean. I don't think you felt like that stability or anything when you were little. Tell me what new is coming. I know, right? Yeah, but it's like how you had to get there, like, because it's like a Two of Cups person who just comes in and leaves, but they give you this taste of life, and it kind of like ignites you, even though, they're in and they're out, they still gave you something. It was alignment, and I think that's pretty cool. So, what's new? Tell me what's in the new cycle. What's happening with Saturn in the new cycle? Okay, Nine of Pentacles, which is like this really cool relationship with your higher self. Nine of Pentacles, having everything you need. King of Cups. This could be somebody coming in to love you. It could be you loving yourself. And then Five of Pentacles is here. Damn it. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Because you still have to choose yourself. Like, you haven't done that yet. You're still working through this stuff. You are aligned, but for some reason you're scared to choose yourself. Why? Let's get a different deck. Why are they scared to choose themselves? You know what? Maybe I was wrong here, but I feel like you're doing really good and someone comes in offering love. And you're really attracted to them. But for some reason, like, this old feeling is still coming in. You know what I mean? This old feeling like, I'm not whole. I'm not worthy. I'm not ready. You know what I mean? So what I'm seeing is, like, there comes this period where you have to choose, but you're still being stumped by this Five of Pentacles, which is, it's South Node energy. It's something that you've been working on letting go. Yeah, there's your stability. It's coming. But you have so many doubts, like, you do. You know what this might be saying too, is that you have somebody coming in offering you love, and maybe you're just stable on your own. And if you do choose yourself, you know, and choose, like, I'm stable on my own. That's okay too, right? I feel like the thing that bothers me about it is the Five of Pentacles, this rejection card, and this thing like where you're just distant and you don't want to let anyone in. And I just feel like be careful here with this, you know, because balance is trying to come in for you, but you are so scared of something about yourself. Maybe it's about commitment, you know, maybe it's like, I, you know, like it's commitment is up here with this childhood stuff. So maybe you feel like you're not ready for commitment, or you just don't fucking want any part of it, you know? All I know is that there's a choice here that you get to make, and Spirit is saying choose what's best for you, for your highest good and growth, for sure. But whatever Spirit's been showing you since March about an old family, an old belief about your home, about your family, about commitment, you know, something where you feel like some type of way, doubtful about yourself or who you are, you know what I mean? Like these are doubts that this is what Saturn's trying to get rid of for you. And I kind of feel like once you let that go and choose yourself, I feel like there's, you know, you can really manifest whatever you really want. I mean, your soul is thinking about 10 of Pentacles up here, like the cushy life, you know. Your soul is thinking about new love that's not a Knight of Wands, you know. It's a freaking King of Cups down here, you know. It's owning your power and feeling all of that. But what's stuck right in the center of that freaking thing is this Five of Pentacles, as well as the Five of Wands at the end. So you got a couple of like really doubtful things about yourself. So I feel like that's what your soul is trying to point out to you. Like you gotta move from this energy, whatever it is for you. I hope that made sense. Does that make sense, Erica? They're scared because there's false evidence appearing real. You just need a flip of perspectives to see where you went wrong. It's like when I mistaken loving others as loving myself. Nope, loving myself is loving myself. Yeah, absolutely. I know. Those are all lessons. Is that what you learned over Saturn? With the Saturn retrograde? It just moved forward on the 4th. So I feel like there's going to be forward movement now, you know. And the reading that I did was, it was kind of like you're looking from soul perspective eyes now, like after that retrograde. That's why I'm doing individual signs, because I'm like, well, what is it? So far I feel like it's like old attachments to false beliefs about yourself. I feel like it's kind of a common theme. So I feel like, you know, Saturn is saying like, this shit is over, you know. But of course we're required to do things for ourselves, right? Good job. Okay. Who? Leo. Leo. Angel, spirits, guide, tell me about Leo. Okay, so from March to November, Saturn is showing you something. Okay, so you got 3 cups and the Death card. So something transforming, possibly in friendships or your love life. Okay. Okay. So since March, I feel like you've been looking at your friendships, Leo, and who's in it to win it and who you walking away from. Big transformation going here. I feel like there's a big awakening for someone with this 9 of Pentacles. You know how I feel about it. It's about a relationship with spirit. And I feel like, honestly, there's some Leo here that's reevaluating friendships and love situations. And they're letting go what doesn't serve them. They're walking the fuck toward the 9 of Pentacles. You're walking towards spirit, basically, you know? So tell me more. Tell me about the 3 of Cups. Tell me about the 3 of Cups. Hey, Linda, how's it going? Yeah, you're releasing friends that don't serve you anymore, Leo. You're just like, you know what? You don't want to be in my life? Then don't. I feel like you miss them a little bit, though. And you're kind of wanting, like, to... I feel like you're trying to figure out which ones stay, which ones go. Which ones help me go toward the light, and which ones keep my soul from shining. You know? Which ones? And I feel like you're figuring that out. Truth coming out with the Ace of Air. Tell me what you're walking away from, Leo. You're walking away from what doesn't serve you. Whatever's going on, I feel like you're really looking at, like, big transformation here. Dark night of the soul is coming out here. Truth is coming for you, like coming out for you. I feel like during that retrograde, like you're understanding so much. And it's been tough. Tell me what the 9 of Pentacles is meaning here. I feel like in this dark night, like it's about your friend family, you know? The 9 of Pentacles is all about a new beginning for you. I feel like, honestly, you could be hearing from spirit. It really is about spirit in this. I do feel like you have spirit guides helping you as well. I feel like, honestly, like kind of what you're being shown here. This was here, and I was trying to think, like, where does that fit? The reflection card, you know? But it's about your friends. And I feel like they reflected something in you. Somebody did. And it kind of started this dark night of the soul where you're feeling pretty alone and distant. You're avoiding people. But what always happens during those times is your higher self starts to talk to you in your sleep, you know, and guide you to different places. And you are suddenly aware how much your soul actually does take care of you. Open to receive card is here. So I feel like what is going on here is spirit is saying, like, you have a brand new beginning here. And you are completely independent on your own, not relying on anyone, if you're open to receive it. That's what I'm seeing there. Let's look at how did your soul see this? Like, how does the soul see this lesson, you know? Tell me from the soul's perspective what happens, what's going on right this moment. What's the soul's perspective? Okay. So your soul's perspective is like they're trying to give you new information because you're struggling, you know? I mean, you're in the dark night up here. And you're struggling. You're having even a tough time making a decision. And then the King of Swords comes out. So this is energy of, you know, tapping in, being tuned in to spirit. Again, you have the 9 of Pentacles and now the King of Swords saying that. So I feel like your higher self is saying, like, all of this struggle is leading Leo to me. leading Leo to the truth. And there's the Six of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the heartbreak. Okay. So your soul's taking you like to this Queen of Swords energy just because there's something you have to cut out. You know what I mean? Like you do. You have to let this heartbreak go. Maybe it was love. Two of Cups is at the bottom, right? Let's just see. I do see the soul tie up here, you know? Could have been the person that threw you into the dark night, Leo. Tell me what the Three of Swords is about. Why are they so sad? Such a sad card. Well, what they're telling me is that your logical Queen of Swords mind knows that something did happen, but it's not serving you to stay there in that pain. It isn't. And your higher self is saying, like, the challenge here is to get Leo to be in the present moment, to be grateful, and to focus on abundance. Now, you've got the Fate card. This is divine intervention is what it says. It's actually the Saturn card, right? Because you're closed off and resistant to other people, to things, because you're too sad. And I feel like, I don't know, Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter coming on in. So I feel like what your soul is hoping to accomplish with the Jupiter energy is for you to be able to like speak your truth and go after your dreams and do what you want to do and make fair, good decisions about who comes into your life, who stays in your life, and who doesn't serve you. And I kind of feel like that's what you're learning with the Saturn thing. Who fits, who doesn't. And tell me what new is coming for Leo. What's the new thing coming for Leo? What's the new life look like? Freedom. Page of Wands. You skip in there. I love that card. Abundance. Clarity. New beginnings. That's what your new reset button looks like. I don't even see a block here, but Two Cups is back again. So what's new coming in your life is abundance and clarity, a new way to look at life with the Page of Wands, excited, learning new things, going new places, Page of Pentacles, balance, right? And I just feel like you're getting clear. Let's clarify this. Tell me what this is all about down here. It looks so good. I think this might be the best outcome. Almost everybody else had like some kind of crazy, yeah, you're leaving all the past stuff behind because you figured it out. You had the breakthrough. You had the epiphany. You know, oh my God, the sun is here. Yeah, you're just so happy. Here's what's going on. You're being placed on your North Node and your purpose. And I don't know, but I just feel like a lot of times, once we're going in the direction that our soul wants to go, something happens inside of us. We know it. We know we're on the right direction. We know it feels right. I feel like nothing but happiness coming. I feel like lesson learned, Leo. I don't think you have anything stopping you. You're plowing through this. You are. There isn't anything stopping you at all. That's a first reading that had like no shit card at the end, you know. Virgo, I love you. Let's see what's going on with Virgo. 15. Okay. Spirits, angels, guides. Virgo messages. Tell me what went on during the retrograde for Saturn. March through November retrograde. Tell me what's going on with that. Tell me what Virgo was shown by Jupiter. Something about love. Okay. I feel like you've been in deep thought about love, Virgo. And maybe like understanding, I don't know, some kind of baggage you've been carrying around. And then something about manifesting, right? So I feel like what you're processing, it could be like about a fight you had with someone. It could be about reuniting with someone, like it could be about family. You got the 10 of Cups, so it could be about love. Could be about a third party situation, even 3 of Cups here with the 10. I feel like something happened. It's making you really reevaluate what happened, you're trying to look from your soul's perspective. What the fuck? So tell me what's going on with the 10 of Cups. Ten of Cups. Okay. So it's being clarified by freedom, good opportunities, and living in the moment. So Saturn's trying to show you something about how what you think about, you bring about is real. Because you're feeling abundant, you're feeling grateful, you're feeling freedom, and 10 of Cups is there. So I feel like you're manifesting unconditional love for yourself, Could be about other people. Now, while you're in the Hermit, I feel like what you're doing is you're talking to Spirit about something from the past, something you feel guilty about, something you did. It looks like you sabotaged maybe love, and maybe you sabotaged this love because you were afraid of something. Devil card. So whatever this is, like whatever you're talking to Spirit about in the Hermit card is a big deal. It is, because you feel real shitty about it. You feel guilty. And it's dragging you down, man, is what I'm seeing. Tell me what the 3 of Cups is. What's the 3 of Cups for Virgo? Okay. 3 of Cups. So it can be a lot of things, but sometimes 3 of Cups says angelic presence, a human being coming in to talk to you, tell you a message. But when I clarify the 3 of Cups, what comes out is regret and then messages from Spirit. So I feel like you're going to get messages about how you're feeling, like this regretful feeling, And this could be like someone coming in and telling you, friends, family, a random stranger on the street, right? Giving you some, or it could be really dreams, you know, like spirit, your higher self, like just giving you messages about, maybe about the way you're feeling about yourself, you know? Because I feel like there's a lot of, maybe you had 10 of Pentacles and you sabotaged it, and maybe Spirit is showing you something about that. Tell me about the Magician card. What's going on in the Magician card? What is Virgo manifesting here? Okay. All right. Well, here's the thing. What you're manifesting, this is like what you're learning about too. Like you're trying to manifest something, but you're blocking yourself. You know what I mean? You can't manifest because you're stuck back in this feeling. And I feel like, remember up here where you were feeling really great? You know, because you had the love, you got all this 10 of Cups, and you're feeling grateful, and you're feeling free, because you have it, right? But then the Hermit card comes out, and then it's clarified by sabotage. It's clarified by deception and regret and pride and ego, right? And then it comes out like there's messages coming in from your higher self about your ability to manifest. So what I think they're showing you is that you can manifest, and you always manifest. It's just, what are you attracting? When you're in this place where you're gratitude, where you're feeling happy, and you're excited about life, you're attracting 10 of Cups. And when you're in this disharmony feeling, you know, you're not manifesting that. You're manifesting like this feeling of regret, you know, you're living in your human self. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like the review since March has been about manifesting. And I feel like I hope you know what I'm talking about, because it's pretty clear here. So tell me, how does the soul see this whole thing? Looking from the soul's eyes, tell me how they see what's going on with the Saturn movement. Okay. So this lesson could have involved a lover, is what it seems like, right? And then the Nine of Wands. So guarded, you're guarded, you don't know if you really want to let someone in. You're guarded about love. You don't know which way to go. The Chariot is here. So you have an opportunity for alignment. You have an opportunity for forward movement here, if you decide to do it. See, you're kind of blocking yourself, because where your soul wants to take you is that Four of Wands that you're craving, that 10 of Cups that you had, you know. And I do feel like, you know, Virgo, maybe you sabotage this really great love. That's what it looks like. And I kind of feel like you're feeling guilty about it. You're feeling shitty, you know, and now you don't really know what to do. I feel like your soul is calling you to like align with it. Like, I know where to go. I know. But you kind of have to choose the soul, you know, because up here you're really in your human. You know, the ego is the one taking over. The ego is the one who, you know, sabotaged the damn relationship to begin with. And you're talking to your higher self about it. So I feel like you're, from your soul's perspective, you know, it's like, you know, it's just a matter of like choosing. You know, do you want to, your soul is saying, do you want to come with me? Because I know how to get the Four of Wands. I know how to bring stability into your life. I do. And so do you. I mean, because you had it. You had it right here. When you were feeling all this happiness, love was attracted to you. And then, you know, your human got in the way. I'm not enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not good enough. What if they leave me? I better break it off first. That's what I'm getting. All right, so let's look and see, what does this new cycle look like for, what does this new cycle look like for Virgo? Show me. I don't see anything. Well, I do see that too, stopping you. Okay, so Ten of Swords, transformation, walking towards the light. The King of Swords, the Judgment card, Seven of Swords, Two of Cups. Okay, so I feel like you're still hanging on to something, like it's old. I feel like it's whatever caused you to sabotage the relationship. You know, it's here too. Even after your soul, you decide to let your soul go. You know, like, yeah, you decide. I feel like your human is still like, I don't know, wanting to sabotage. Why? Why is that Seven of Swords here? Because you still feel like you're not enough. You still feel like you're not enough for the Two of Cups. So you have someone coming in the new cycle. I see it 2 times. And you're guarded, and you don't know what to choose. And then you finally allow your soul to come out, but you take it back when you start thinking about the Seven of Swords. Like, I'm not enough. That's what the Seven of Swords is meaning in this card. I'm not enough. I better just get out. I better run. I better sabotage this thing before it folds up in on me. You did that before. So you have an opportunity, like, to look at it from your soul's eyes. And your soul sees that the human is very guarded. But if you're willing, you know, soul says, get in. Let's go to the Four of Wands, the stable place. But, so I feel like maybe what you're working on here is letting go of some kind of belief about yourself. It's about not being good enough, I think. It could go the other way, where you think you're too good, right? I guess it could be either way. I'm too good for that. I'm too good for that. But I feel like mostly we feel like we're not good enough, you know? And if somebody does think they're too good, I feel like that's pretty false pride too, you know? All right, so let's go on to Libra. 128.16. All right, Libra. Let's see what's happening for you. Let's get a fresh deck here. I'm going to have it used in a minute. Okay, angels, spirits, guides. Let's find out what's going on for Libra with the Saturn movement. March through November, it was retrograde and showing Libra something. Show me what it was showing Libra. Show me what Saturn is trying to get across to Libra over the retrograde. Something about love. Well, you're definitely seeing something from a different perspective here, right? The Hangman at the bottom of the deck. I have no idea. I'm just going to clarify it. Tell me about the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Wands. Okay, you ready, Libra? Alright, so here's what I feel like the retrograde was trying to show you, something about your comfort zone, maybe about love, about the way you are with love. It could be about how you give it, how you receive it. I do feel like what they're showing you is that being in the present moment and gratitude will get you your wish fulfillment, and I think that you know that. Now, I feel like there's something about you avoiding like a new beginning here. Like maybe, you know, I don't know why you're avoiding it, but I do feel like there's someone here that's going through kind of a dark night of the soul about something. There's some certain person or some certain thing that you're avoiding. And I feel like it's something maybe, I don't know. Tell me what that is. Tell me why that's here. What's going on with that card? Page of Pentacles, avoidance, and the dark night of the soul. Okay. Yeah, so, honestly, your whole damn reading is full of swords and truth. So I feel like there are some truth coming out, like you're having to look at something different than you ever have before. And a lot of times we do have to go into the dark night of the soul to do that. But here's what I'm seeing. I feel like you're avoiding some kind of new path because maybe you're afraid. I feel like it would do you good to tap in and meditate about it and find out the truth. King of Swords. Like, I feel like there's something here that you don't know about yourself. And it's not really telling me. It's just telling me that you're avoiding something that's new. You know? It's in... And then the dark night of the soul. So maybe you're avoiding it because you're in the dark night. But it's like a new opportunity. It could be wish fulfillment even. But there's somebody here that's like stuck in a rut with the South Node card being here. You know? It's like you're stuck in an old pattern, an old way. And then the Eight of Wands comes in and says, I want to give you wish fulfillment, but you're vibing at a low vibe. And so I feel like it's saying, like, if you would use, gratitude, you'll attract more things that you're grateful for. And it'll bring in your wish fulfillment because you'll just be attracting it. It will just come. But your avoidance to maybe even do that, because of whatever this dark night is, right? So I guess the whole thing is saying, like, so if you're going through the dark night of the soul, Libra, on any level, I just feel like it's important for you to just tap in, I mean, it's just literally got this yoga card here. And so I'm feeling like, even if you're in the dark night, and I know it's really hard, I know it's hard to even get up. But, like, take some time to tap in, like, you've got to reach your higher self. It's got some amazing things to say to you. And it's actually using Saturn to get it through to you, right, So what's happening here, you got the Chariot card and the Tower. So there was a Tower card, but what happened with the Tower card is, like, whatever it was, I know it was terrible, it makes you feel toxic, it makes you feel all kinds of ways, but it was really about you reaching your higher self, you know what I mean? And being open to more, you know what I'm saying? Because you've got the Ace of Air twice, the Ace of Swords, so you've got clarity. This Tower is opening up stuff that you didn't know. One of them is about how awesome your soul is. And another one is most likely how tapped in you are to all that is. You know, like you could be talking to the other side. You know, you could be getting super cool messages, right? But I feel like what you're getting in those messages is truth. And again, I see the manifesting card and the sword of truth. And Spirit is saying, like, if you are in this energy, this is what you're going to attract, Libra. You're feeling rejected and lost and fragmented. That's what's going to come to you. I mean, remember the very first card? This is what they're showing you. Make this your comfort zone, right? Make this your comfort zone, because I feel like right at the moment, it's here. And so if you're having a lot of like negative shit happen to you, one thing after another, and you're saying out loud, I hate my life, fuck my life, you're just going to get more of that. It's not because the universe hates you. It's because the universe works on vibe. And they read the vibe, and then somebody gets more of it, you see. So if you stay in an attitude of gratitude, you get what you want. You know what I mean? I mean, that's not the first time that message has come out in this reading, in these readings. Hi. Okay, so let's look and see now. How does the soul see this whole thing? How does the soul, if you could look from your eyes of your soul, tell me what you see, soul. Libra soul, tell me what you see. Queen of Swords. The Two of Swords. Two of Wands. Justice. Knight of Swords, and then the Four of Wands, and then the Ace of Pentacles, Six of Wands at the bottom. So what it's saying to me is like you have some decisions to make, you know. It's mostly about like choosing to like, you know, not feel rejected and lost. It's like waking up in the morning and choosing to feel grateful, you know. I know it's hard sometimes, but this is really what it's saying. I think what you've been learning since March is what you think about, you bring about. And I feel like your soul is saying, like, it's time to cut out this toxic stuff. Like, all this shit feeling. It's darkness. It is. And I do see you being in the dark night of the soul. And so, but you still have an option. You still have a choice in the thing, you know? Like you could say to your soul while you're in the dark night of the soul, like, I want to see the justice so I can let go. That's all the dark night of the soul is freaking about. It's about seeing the bigger picture. And then once you do, you're just a different person. And you don't see anything the same. You know, you don't feel regret and pissed off and all that stuff. You just, it's not there. You're just grateful for what's going on in front of you. And it's a choice. You know, you can choose to stay in the sadness if you want, but you can also choose to do something different. You know, do something that makes you happy. Do something that's for your highest good and growth. Here's what I see. I feel like your soul is saying, like, okay, human, it's time for you to cut out some shit that doesn't belong to you anymore. And then the Two of Swords, you could surrender it, right? You could. But it's imperative, Two of Wands, you choose yourself. As soon as you do that, you see the justice in your life, in not only what caused the dark night of the soul, But in your life, you're seeing the whole damn thing. Your soul's showing you. And everything changes. Every fucking thing changes just like that with the Knight of Swords. It changes in a blink as soon as you just decide, you know? And then you've got this Four of Wands, which is a happy, stable home and a brand new beginning. And that's how your soul sees it, you know? And so you've been going through this. Saturn's been showing you some stuff. Like what you think about, you bring about. I do think you're getting new messages. I feel like while you're in the dark night of the soul, I don't know if you're talking to people on the other side or if it's your spirit team. I'm not sure what's going on here, but you're getting a lot of clarity. You know, Ace of Wands 2 times here, Ace of Swords, 2 times, and then the King of Swords, and then the Queen. All of those are about truth, about justice, about balance, right? So I feel like, a lot's going on here for you. And it really it's like hinging on just all your soul is waiting for you is to decide to choose you. Like, yeah, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. I want to have a happy life. I do. I don't want to feel all this icky shit anymore. I'm done. I'd like that to be over. So Spirit says, well, then write a gratitude list. Well, what are you grateful for? What are you doing to feel grateful? What are you doing? It's time for you to get up and do those things, you know? Get up in the morning and write down your 3 goddamn things that you're grateful for every day, Maybe write down, I just saw this thing the other day, I'll tell you, remember yesterday I was talking about it, write down one thing that you can do and then do it. And I couldn't remember where I found it, but it was in a journal, and I was like reading cards for myself. Like I asked a question and then I pulled a Akashic, and I feel like it was when I very first got that deck, and I was trying to like understand the meanings. Anyway, I wrote down a bunch of stuff about that card, and that was the message. Like, you can change things, you can manifest different existence. Write down one thing that you can do and then do it. And I kind of feel like that's what they're saying here. Like, just start small. We know that you're in the dark night, but there are still things to be grateful for, dark night or not. There is, you know. Some could be breakfast, like who knows? I slept good. I was warm. I was cozy. My grandkids came by. Okay, so let's look at tell me what the new cycle is like. I see a new beginning, but it's all hinged on you deciding it. You have to pick the new place. You have to pick what's good for you. Spirit is saying you have to. Okay, so what's new here? All right, so you're letting go. This is your new cycle. You're just letting go of the shit that doesn't serve you anymore. And you're realizing how important it was in your growth, in your dark night of your soul. You're acknowledging all of it, but you're also living life. You're excited. 3 of Cups is here. So this could be like getting together with friends, like having a party, could be. And the Queen of Wands, like getting your fire back, understanding the passion that lives inside you in that soul of yours, right? That one that just burns inside you. Cutting yourself free from anything that doesn't serve you, overthinking, overanalyzing, feeling stuck, and 10 of Cups. Stability is coming in too. So your new beginning looks pretty promising, it really does. I feel like you did learn something in this Saturn retrograde, and it's going forward now, and this is what I'm seeing. Like, I feel like you're gonna just let something go. You're ready. You're like, you know what? I am gonna let go of this feeling of lack. I do deserve more than that. I deserve to feel happy and grateful. And so it is. You're just doing it. You're doing it. I feel like you're reaching out to friends. You're excited. You're doing things that make you excited in the Three of Cups. You know, you are. And you're getting your confidence back, and you're just cutting yourself free from whatever made you stuck. The sadness, the fear, the I'm not good enough kind of feeling. And you're just inundated with unconditional love with the Ten of Cups. I feel like Ten of Cups means unconditional love. And I feel like you're really owning your own value here. You understand, like, you're confident here, but you're standing on your own 2 feet here. We're very firm, solid in the King of Pentacles, right? Manifesting like a mofo from the Ten of Cups. That is where you can manifest from. So you're getting there. You're doing it. I think you're getting it. I feel like Saturn, we need to give Saturn a big applause for, yeah, Libra. Yeah, Libra. Libra coming in strong. All right, so Scorpio would be next. 147. All right, Scorpio. Let's see what Saturn is showing you over the retrograde. Let's see how that was going for you. Scorpio and Saturn retrograde. What was Saturn trying to show Scorpio over the retrograde? Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, and all that is coming from love and light. Tell me about Scorpio and Saturn. Tell me what the retrograde was showing Scorpio. Thank you, Spirit. Ten of Cups. Something about love and healing. And Six of Swords. Page of Swords. Devil card. Well, they're showing you quite a bit here, aren't they, Scorpio? Three of Swords. Yeah. Nine of Swords. Dang. So you start out like in March, you know, learning or thinking, right? You're healing up from something. It's something that hurt you. I feel like it made you cry a lot. I feel like it could have been toxic, you know? The Devil card is here. I mean, that could be addiction. It could be temper. It could be fear. So I feel like, so you had some kind of Ten of Cups love, and then it shows you healing from it, right? And then it shows Six of Swords. So that's Spirit taking you to a different energy. Where they're taking you is to Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is about new information. So I feel like you're kind of learning some new information, possibly about love. Maybe it's about your childhood, because it's a page, right? Like, here's one thing. It looks directly like this. It almost looks like it's showing you the truth about your childhood, the heartbreak, the Nine of Swords, and what you have attached to love right now. It makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah. So let's see. How does the soul see what happened? Tell me with the soul's perspective on this situation. All of it. Okay. So someone walked away. You didn't see it coming. And then the Ace of Wands is here, like a new idea. Two of Wands again. That must be where the Two of Wands is coming in for all these readings, like for the last week or so. I think it must be Saturn, like saying like, hey, you gotta choose you. Okay. How your soul sees this situation. So your soul sees that, you know, you walked away from this 10 of cups, or somebody else walked away from you and you thought it was 10 of cups. And you didn't see it coming, I don't think. And so spirit moves you in a new direction. And the way they do that is they give you a great idea, like the Ace of Wands, like an epiphany, like I'm going to paint this picture and you make $1,000,000, something like that, right? They're deterring you from like this pain, I feel like. The pain, the healing that you've been doing for probably a very long time. And I feel like, so this is how spirit is working with you to change your energy here about this situation. But so I feel like there's a point in time here where you got to choose yourself, and you can't, like you don't know how. And I think it's because of your childhood. And that's the truth that they're showing you. Like the reason that you can't choose yourself is because of something that happened in your childhood. I feel like there's toxicity in it, like a lot of heartbreak. I feel like I cried a lot as a child. And I feel like for some reason, Saturn is showing you that. And you have that, and you're carrying it around with you in this present, like adult life. Like, even though it happened when you're a kid, you still feel all the feelings. You still feel broken. You still feel not enough. You still feel, you know, like a, yeah, darkest night, right? The dark night, the Nine of Swords, nightmare. So I feel like the way your soul sees this is like there's going to be a big change when you choose yourself and you decide like the best investment to make is you. Things start to change very, very quickly. And I feel like you're like super fast being able to see things from a different perspective, from a logical perspective, from your soul's perspective. Like maybe you don't understand why all this shit happened when you were a kid. You know what I'm saying? You don't. Like you just feel like it was a ripoff. But I kind of feel like there's somewhere in this soul thing where it's saying like, no, it really wasn't. Like this is where we wanted to go, you know? Like we wanted this life. I did. I'm the soul, you know? Like I know you weren't in on a body, but this is what I really wanted. And I'm sorry that you feel so shitty about it, right? But now let me show you from my perspective. So let's just see what it is. Let's clarify it. Tell me, let's clarify these cards like that are horizontal. Like for instance, why is the devil here? What happened to Scorpio as a child? Because that's right in front of the... Okay. All right, so this is what it is. Like, it hurt you. Your heart was broken, and you have been guarded your entire life. Like, you are scared to let anyone in, you know? And here's what I feel like is happening. Like, you got the Nine of Swords here, and also the Cycle's ending card. So I feel like, you know, this feeling of like I'm completely broken is done. And I'll tell you why. It's because of this King of Swords that's coming in to rescue you, you know, with the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. Like fast action and truth. And here's what's happening. Like you're realizing your strength and you're realizing your divine energy. And I feel like it gives you this empowerment, right? You're starting to see things from your higher self, the purpose in it, with the soul plan, your soul plan. You want to know what else is happening? Your soul is showing it you how big it is. Look at that cat. You see how much bigger that reflected cat is than the original cat? Like, it's trying to tell you, like, you have no idea how powerful you are. You just think you're just this tiny little cat, but you're not. Like, we are huge. We are powerful. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. So that's what's happening. Your soul is ending the cycle that you've had your whole life. It's about not being loved, not feeling loved, and keeping yourself kind of like walled off from other people. Like, I'm not, not going to entertain this or that, right? So let's look at, tell me what the new reset button looks like. Tell me what Scorpio's reset button like. Well, you got a brand new perspective. You're looking from your soul's perspective. I feel like Queen of Swords is here saying, like, yeah, you got a King and Queen of Swords here now. So maybe you're looking at a certain person differently, or maybe you're realizing the things that need to be cut out of your life. Like this lack, like this vulnerability, like this pain. Maybe you're seeing why it happened. That's what it looks like. The reason you've been feeling so shitty and unsure about love is because that was your plan. And now your plan is to bounce out of it. That's the truth. So here's what's coming in. Like, you have a new perspective on something. And I feel like you've got someone, 3 of Pentacles, coming in to make you an offer. It's a 2 of Cups friend. It's a soul friend, someone that you know. And the 2 of you have 10 of Pentacles together. That's what your new reset button looks like. I feel like, with this new perspective, you're realizing what needs to leave your life. Like and just hanging on to the nightmare of it, hanging on to the false beliefs. Like, think of all the false beliefs that can come from a childhood heartache. And that's what's being like, I feel like that's what was being kind of unveiled to you. And I feel like once you, finish this process, I feel like you're coming out a whole new person. I feel like you have boundaries set for yourself, like you have to set boundaries. If you've, just attached hurt to love all the time, then you're going to have to set boundaries for yourself, and I see you doing it. Anyway, someone's coming in. It's a 2 of Cups and a 10 of Pentacles, so that's pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. I feel like success for Scorpio with the Saturn energy is the end of the day message, right? Let's look at Sag 159. All right. Tell me, Spirit, about Sagittarius and Saturn. Tell me what Saturn was showing Sagittarius, bringing to their attention for them to review and release over from March to November 3rd. Tell me what they've been looking at and releasing. Uh-oh, that's too many. I think we got one card that's legit. Queen of Cups. It's about emotions. I think healing. It's about truth. Page of Pentacles. Hate pages. Could be a child. Could be a message. Could be a new path. All right. So Sagittarius, I feel like something pretty scary has happened in your life. Like, it was heartbreaking. It could be about an ending, you know, like of a relationship, right? I feel like you're overwhelmed with emotions, um, and trying to heal from it. It could be a king of swords, which would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? It could be about making a decision. Page of Pentacles could be about a child. It could be about a new beginning. Nine of Wands, and I kind of feel like this is kind of the message is the Nine of Wands. I feel like you've been an emotional, had a lot to process. Like I don't know what it is, but it could be like a death. It could be like an ending of some sort anyway. And definitely a lot of heartbreak. And in the middle of it all, you feel like you have been through hell and back. Nine of Wands. And you have. I mean, you've been through a lot, it's clear. So I think that so the review is about that. It's about how to come through that and come out the other side with this Ace of Wands, like a new beginning and a new, like, excitement for life. Um, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Let me see how the soul. Hey, Jess. Hello, Jess. So nice to see you. I'm doing Saturn readings. I'm on Sagittarius right now. We are looking at now, how does the soul see this situation? Let's see it from the soul's eyes, because that's really what's happening right now, is we're seeing from our soul's eyes. We've been looking for the last since March about some sort of situation, you know, and so we got the human looking, and then we got the soul looking, you know, so we'll see what it is here. This could be about love. It could be about somebody who made you an option, Sag. It could be about a fire sign, or that could be you stepping into your own power. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like, yeah. So your soul sees like you having a new beginning once you figure out the truth of something. Once you figure out the truth of whatever this heartache was. You know, it's Five of Wands. It's been a struggle. It's been an internal struggle, and you didn't see it coming. I do feel like it's about a lover. Maybe somebody who made you an option, but you felt stuck there. Like you couldn't move, right? And your soul is going like, wait a minute, Sagittarius. We are the king of wands. Don't forget our power. Both of the end cards are all about your fire. So I feel like this reading is about like something about really tapping into your very own energy and embracing it, right? And I feel like you've had a lot of lessons in love with that Nine of Wands. And maybe, you know, like you're feeling like, fuck this shit, you know, like this has been too hard. Like my heart just keeps getting broken. And your higher self is like, what about all the lessons? Have you ever thought of all the lessons that we've learned? You know, like each person that comes in and breaks our heart, and maybe we just keep choosing the same person for a while, and it could be about that, like about changing your own vibration so that you can change what you attract. It could be about that, because what I see for you is some pretty low energy. It's sadness, and it's fear, you know, and like attracts like. So I kind of feel like you're being given, like shown something, you know, like again about the law of attraction and what you're attracting. And I feel like your higher self is like almost saying like, just get into your own energy and stay here. This is your power. This is who you are. And this is what you'll attract. But you're so doubtful about yourself up here. You're so sad. You're so like healing. You're like overwrought with emotion, you know? Well, it's kind of like what your soul is trying to get you to do, as well as Saturn. Like refocus this energy. Like, wait a minute here. You know, you don't have to be in the Three of Swords. You can transform. You get to choose, you know? Like you can choose this. You can feel like a victim or you can feel like a fucking warrior. Nine of Wands. Your choice. Two areas of the card. Which one do you want? You know, you want to be the warrior who's not scared, or do you want to be the scared one that doesn't let anybody in? Because I feel like that's where you've been. And I think Spirit has been, and Saturn, maybe you're even thinking about the old love stuff. And you're like, fuck, man, this seems like it's been like a repeating theme in my life. And that's what gives you the strength to like cut yourself free. And that's what Spirit, your own higher self is even saying. Like, you know, once this pain gets so great, you know what I mean? There will be a transformation. You're going to get tired of it. You're going to find your own powerful energy and you're going to be like, fuck this. I am not stuck to anything. I am the King of Wands. I had to take my fur baby to the vet for surgery today. Wasn't planning on that. Aww. 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 Sending Jess all kinds of love. Jess, start making a gratitude list and manifesting something else. You know, I just did a reading on it. It was so clear. Make a gratitude list, things that you can see that you're grateful for, and just keep adding to it. What we think about, we bring about. Don't think about the $39. Don't do it. Just advice. Okay, let me see now. Tell me the new reset button. What is that? What's it look like when they reset this? Take their power back in the King of... Okay. So the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to cut out the fear and the doubt in yourself. I see it here. Because you've got Seven of Swords, which is fear. And Five of Pentacles, I'm not enough. And the Queen of Swords saying, the fuck you aren't. That doesn't belong here. That doesn't belong in our life anymore. We've learned that, right? Yeah, Tower moment. This might be a sudden epiphany, you know, that you get. And you make your decision. Coming from a place of love here. And balance. And everything's made good. So, I feel like the reset button is bringing a big change in you. Like you are cutting out some stuff. It might shock everyone around you. Just do it anyway. Don't care what other people are saying. Because you've got lots and lots of fear here, Sag. And I feel like what's going to shock you is the difference in your life once you let go of this feeling. These feelings. Do you want to look at them close? These cards are so telling. You see, there's wind going on here, right? The wind is blowing and she's clinging to the tree. She's scared, you know? Like, is the wind going to blow me away? She's scared of what's next. And the Five of Pentacles, she feels naked and exposed, cold, right? So, I mean, honestly, like, I just feel like when I see this naked Five of Pentacles, I feel like, fuck, I would hate to be that person. You know what I mean? Feeling like that's a pretty severe thing to feel like you're naked and other people are looking. You know what I mean? Like, it's a shameful feeling, I feel like. So you're cutting that out. And I think what happens is you're not going to believe the difference in your life. It's starting to change. Like, I don't know if that means someone coming in with love or if it's you, like, stepping up and leading with love. I like that meaning better. It's like you're seeing yourself as pure love now. And all the world looks right with Six of Pentacles here. Like, it's what brings balance. It's what brings clarity. It's what makes all of this worth it. Getting to this place, you know? So, that's what I'm seeing. I hope that made sense. Okay. Capricorn. 2, 12, 9. All right. All right, Capricorn. Tell me what happened from March to November. What was Saturn showing Capricorn? What did they need a review of? What are they resetting and looking from soul's eyes now? Okay. Page of Pentacles. Capricorn. Two of Wands. 9 of Swords. 4 of Swords. The Star card. The Hermit card. And the 5 of Pentacles. 3 of Swords. So you're reviewing love, you're reviewing heartache. That's what they're showing you, is something that ended, something that hurt you, something you're still healing up from. Interesting though how the Two of Wands is the most, is here as well, like right in the beginning. What it's telling me is, I feel like what they've been showing you is you've been in a pretty dark place, but I feel like it's been a choice. And I know that sounds maybe harsh, but that's what I'm seeing. I do feel like, you know, you've gone into it dark enough that you've gone into the hermit mode, right? To talk to your higher self, which is good because, you know, this Saturn thing, it's all about shifting your perspective from human to soul. And what your human was seeing is like your whole life has been nothing but a shit show, you know, like fucking heartbreak, nightmare, healing up, more healing up, and feeling like I'm fucking all alone in this thing, you know. Interesting though that there's a choice right at the beginning, though, right? You know. So I feel like maybe what you're realizing, or what your soul is showing you, maybe while you're in the hermit mode, is you can choose to not feel this way. You really can. So Saint Germain. You know, only thing I know about Saint Germain is in an Akashic card. And I think it's related to Ascended Masters. So maybe that's a lesson for you. Have you ever added up your numbers, like your birth date? And then there's a way to do your name too, like your whole name, you assign it numbers. Have you ever done that to figure that out? It's pretty interesting, Jess. Okay, so now we're going to do, how does the soul see it? So we see how the human is seeing it, and what they've been reviewing with Saturn. Saturn's been showing them something. 10 of Cups, first card out. This is how the soul is seeing the High Priestess. You know, I mean, automatically already, I feel like Spirit, your soul is telling me that they're showing you unconditional love. They want you to see unconditional love. They want you to feel it. You need to feel it. So I do feel like there's a choice here with the Lover's card, or also someone coming in when you're ready, right? Hierophant. This is a lot of major arcanas that your soul is like cluing me in on. Emperor and Four of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, I see Temperance, I see Death. So here's what like this Saturn thing is doing a lot for you. Who am I talking to? Capricorn. I feel like you see your human is like really kind of low, feeling like all the negative stuff about life, you know? And so at some point you tap into Spirit and talk to him about it. And then when I said, so soul, you know, Capricorn soul, what do you want to, how do you see this situation of all the heartbreak and all the misery, you know? And it comes out 10 of Cups, High Priestess, Lovers, Hierophant, the Emperor, and Four of Pentacles. So I feel like if all this pain was caused by a lover, I feel like what you're learning is something about unconditional love. And I feel like your higher self is saying like, you know, we know how to transmute energy here. Hierophant is about lessons too, but I feel like this is a yoga card, so I feel like it's more about like teaching and learning, like tapping in. I also feel like it's about owning your power and understanding your power with the Emperor, right? Very, it's Aries, fire energy, but it's a beautiful, I am a divine masculine kind of feeling. This is what your soul sees, right? That this lesson is teaching you. Like eventually you're going to get to feel this Emperor energy. Like I can fucking do anything. Your soul wants you to experience all of this unconditional love, love with a lover. They want you to understand the intuition that you carry and how deep it is. They want you to know that you can transmute energy. You don't have to stay in this shit. Then they want you to know how powerful you are with the Emperor. But you're hanging on to this Four of Pentacles, which is directly connected with this Five. So I feel like, you know, there's some kind of feeling of lack that you have because of this experience that you're going to have to shake out, you know. It could be all about just you choosing yourself, like I'm choosing happiness. I'm choosing what's best for my highest good and growth. I'm going to choose to tap into my higher self today. I'm going to read my own damn tarot cards. You know what I mean? Like I'm tapping in. Something is going on here. Your higher self is like all over this. Every card here is, well, no, I guess not. There's 6 cards and 4 of them are major. So I just feel like this lesson is huge for you. It's huge. So let's look and see what the new your life path is 9 and destiny is 7. So 9, like just off my top of my head, I feel like, you know, every 9 in the tarot is about realizing something. So maybe you have a whole bunch of epiphanies, you know, that's what I would say with a 9. 7, you know, I have yet to figure out the number 7. I do. Okay, so let's see what's new. What's the new cycle look like? Once the reset button was hit, November 3rd, the Empress is putting down a load, owning her strength, owning her power. A new goddamn idea. Okay, so you have a new idea, and you are letting go, and you're finding your strength. You're finding your power. I feel like you're creating something here in this new cycle, and I think it's like kind of whatever you want it to be, because this is pretty damn good energy up here that your soul is showing me, this Emperor energy, and then you got the Empress here too. So kind of like if you have both of these energies coming in, also you have the Lover's card, so could be a really great union, you know, it really could. It could be a marriage, it could be perfect, right? Or it could be you like getting balance within your masculine feminine sides, and I could see Saturn doing that too, you know, showing you that balance, strength for sure. But I feel like the strength that you're being shown here is kind of like it isn't really so much the human part of you. You know what I mean? You're realizing the strength of your soul. I feel like you're trusting it more and more. You know what I mean? You can't reach the Emperor without trusting your soul. It's too powerful. You know, it's too big of an energy, and you've got both. And it requires you to leave off and choose to leave off all of this pain and all these negative thoughts about yourself, letting go of the negativity completely. I feel like your life is looking really good. I feel like mission accomplished for Capricorn and Saturn moving direct. Let's look at Aquarius. 2/23/17. Yay. Jess, you're doing great. So proud of you. You definitely have had a lot of things to work through, Aquarius. Let's look at Aquarius and what's going on with the Saturn in retrograde. Show me what Saturn was showing Aquarius from March until November 3rd. What were they being shown? Thank you, Spirit, for all of your help today. Okay, King of Wands. The Sun. The Hermit. Wow, the High Priest. Queen of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups. And the Six of Wands. Devil at the bottom. For an Empress. Okay. So, I feel like there was some kind of passionate relationship here. It could have even been like a marriage. Could be dealing with a Leo, a Virgo, a Sagittarius, or anybody. But those are the majors I'm seeing. But I feel like, you know, you've got this Queen of Pentacles energy here, feeling solid and stable, and Ten of Cups, as well as Six of Wands, which is success. But at the bottom of the deck, you have the Devil, you have the Empress, and you have the Four of Cups. And so, here's what I'm feeling. I feel like you were in some kind of a relationship or a marriage with someone, and you thought you had unconditional love and you thought that it was going to last forever. But for some reason it didn't. And I think it threw you into a tailspin with the Four of Cups. And I think this could have happened not between March. I think it happened before. But I think you're reviewing it. You know what I mean? You're remembering it, you're processing it, you're looking at it. And I think you had it like in your mind as like the happily ever after. You felt like an empress, you felt good, you felt stable. But since it didn't work out, I feel like you're seeing it differently. You know, like as you're reviewing it through this Saturn thing, I feel like they're showing you the toxicity in it. And I don't think you saw it before. Or maybe you did and you couldn't admit it or something. Tell me why the devil is here, Spirit. Tell me why the devil is here. It's almost like you were lying to yourself, you know what I mean? And you're figuring it out. Your higher self is going like, it was not the Ten of Pentacles. It was not unconditional love. Please release that. That isn't what it was. Tell me what this feeling is in the Four of Cups. What's going on in the Four of Cups? Why did that happen? Transformation. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like, when we get into these really low places, like I was saying before, like, you know, like something happens and just look at this card. I mean, she's like growing into the tree. She's like petrified wood, you know, and that's what it's showing you. You know, like this is really what was going on is I feel like you didn't see really while you were in this situation, all you were focused on is believing in it, which is great. But I think it was awful. I think it was awful. Tell me what, Spirit, tell me more. Like, tell me more about the devil. What's going on with the devil? Okay. So the dark night of the soul going on, of course. Whatever that devil energy was, it was about a masculine. Yeah. And so I feel like you've grown a lot over the summertime. I see that I see that here, but at the bottom of the deck, I feel like this relationship really, I mean, when you look at it from the real perspective, because remember, Saturn is showing it to you. And you've remembered it one certain way the whole time. It was everything I ever wanted. That's what you remember about it. That's the way you have it held in your heart. But that isn't really the way it was. And I kind of feel like Spirit is showing that to you. Like the reality of this is it was fucking toxic. And it took everything, every bit of sparkle out of you, just being in it. And you didn't see it, you know? Like you just didn't even see it. You didn't see it. And I think since March, I feel like Spirit's been showing you that. I do. I don't know if you're having dreams. I don't, but I know that they're showing you the truth of it. Like this is what you thought was perfect. And it wasn't, not even a little bit. It was fucking so lacking, right? And I think they're just like showing you the truth is what I feel like. Let me get a brand new deck because I used a lot of cards on that reading or that piece. Let's ask about how the soul feels. I don't know. I think it's a mindset. I don't know if it's actually like pentacles, like all the money and love you want, or if it's about a mindset, like feeling like you have it all, you know? sometimes I feel like that about the Ten of Cups. Like, you know, I mean, I know a lot of people say it's all about a relationship or whatever, but I feel like Ten of Cups, honestly, in the tarot, because you want to know the tarot is the fool's journey. It's about the soul's journey and all the shit that happens on it. And I mean, we do run across other energies and stuff, but I think the Ten of Cups to me is about unconditional love and learning that, you know, love without conditions. It's a hard lesson to learn, you know. And Ten of Pentacles, I don't know. I mean, it's about joy, stability, loyalty, right? There's dogs on this card, which represents loyalty. So let's look and see how Aquarius's soul looks at this situation. So first card out, Tower, so that you could see the truth and walk the fuck away and find justice, find the justice, know the justice. And it's been a hard time. It's been like a trek uphill. There's been heartbreak and Nine of Swords, lots of pain. You're healing up. Emperor is here. Did the Emperor come out before? I felt like it. No, just the Empress. Okay. Okay. So you're healing up from an Emperor. So this could be like a dad energy. It could be like a husband energy. It could be the person that you walked away from. Okay. I feel like from your soul's perspective, I feel like they're seeing that you're making a lot of progress, you know, like the human part of you. Like they're trying to show you like what this gave you, like what this heartache really is. They're trying to show you the truth of it. Like, so first of all, the Tower card comes out, which tells me that this relationship that you thought was perfect came crumbling down because it wasn't built on a sturdy foundation. It wasn't. It was built on sand, you know, and it just eventually just came crumbling down. And I also feel like you're learning this stuff. Like, I feel like you're a little bit guarded. And I feel like you have a lot of old stuff that you're carrying around, but it's not going to be long until things are made right. You're going to see it. You're going to feel it. You might even like start your own business here because you've got the Emperor as well as the Eight of Wands, which is telling me like something's changing. Something's being made right for you. And so that's how the soul sees it. Like you learned all this lesson, possibly even just to like own the Emperor energy yourself. Like maybe that's what it gave you. That was the plan. You know, like you get sad, you feel sad, and then you rise up like the phoenix, you know, and into the Emperor energy. And you do have the Empress up here. So maybe total alignment too. Balancing masculine, feminine energy could be the story too. Tell me what the new cycle. What's the new cycle look like for? Oh, dude, new cycle looks. There's not one bad card, not one. I feel like you've learned a lot from the Saturn thing. The Saturn has taught you a lot. Here's what's happening in your new reset button. I feel like you have learned this. You did learn that this wasn't the happily ever after. You did. I feel like you've been fooling yourself and your soul showed you, or Saturn, you know, and your soul working together. Like maybe, I don't know what happened, but you get it. I feel like you're focusing on sunshine, So you're starting to like manifest happiness and joy. You're searching for it. Where can I find my next happiness? Feel like you're hanging out with friends and family and loving each other. Wheel of Fortune is here, bringing in the Star card. This could be about healing that broken heart, right? It could be about going to wish fulfillment, because the next card out is a Judgment. It's like you are deciding here, like, you know what, soul? I believe in you now. Like, I feel like that's what's happening really with the Saturn thing. And then going into, if we get it, if we get what the lesson was, I feel like forward, quick movement, you know? And I don't see anything holding you back, Aquarius. I feel like, dude, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcanas. The only one that's not a major here is the Knight of Cups. It's an offer of love. It's forward movement. I feel like this was a huge success, maybe the most successful Saturn reading I've done, because your Wheel of Fortune, you're deciding to let your soul lead. The Chariot is here. You might be moving, you might be traveling, but you're definitely leading with love. There is a lover here, and it's a good lover. Listen to your intuition. That's the other thing that's firing here really well for you, is your intuition. So I see onward and upward for Aquarius, and a job well done for Saturn and Aquarius. I feel like major movement, major change. And it's all because you're deciding to do it. You're believing it. You understand. You're tapped in. Pisces. 23739. All right, Pisces. Let's check out. Let's use this one. All right. So from March to November, what was Saturn showing Pisces in the retrograde action? What were they reviewing? 6 of Cups. So something you think about all the time, could be a childhood thing, and a Tower. You know, some kind of shocking thing that happened maybe when you were a kid. Maybe there was a death, right? Or maybe it's saying that there was a transformation here, you know. I feel like there's something here about learning about independence inside of a family. Like, you don't have to be single to be independent. I feel like that's something. I think the Queen of Wands is here, so that's about confidence. It's about power. It's about magic. It's about manifesting. And then the last card is 10 of Pentacles. So, I don't know. I think I better clarify. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. So what happened with the Tower? Tell me what happened with the Tower for Pisces in this, with the 6 of Cups. Like, you can't, it's like you can't stop thinking about this Tower. So tell me what the Tower was. You're trying to find the justice in it. Or Saturn is trying to show you why, but what was it? Some kind of fight, some kind of conflict, something like that. And then it's about, you know, it's about transformation. I feel like well, you've got the gratitude card here. You know, so it's like talking about staying in the present moment, being grateful. There's a new beginning. be a marriage. I feel like, honestly, I feel like you're seeing all your growth. I do. I feel like, Saturn is kind of like reminding you of how far you've come, really, how much you've transformed. I do feel like you're loving yourself, Pisces. I feel like you're living in gratitude and you're attracting really great things. I feel like you're growing. I feel like you're actually attracting even the Ten of Pentacles here. Any kind of doubt that you had about yourself is over. It's like it's just gone. I feel like, wow, you're actually really loving yourself here too. So um, that's what they're showing you about. They're showing you what this tower gave you, and you're digging it. You're like, you're right. You're right. This felt really shitty at the time, but fuck, I have grown. I am a different person. I am grateful. And I'm seeing abundance all around me. You're right, Spirit. This is super good, Pisces. Of course, you guys are the most tapped in ones. You know what I mean? According to everything I read, Pisces has like the biggest, coolest connection to the higher realms. So let me see. How does the soul see this, Spirit? How does the soul see what Saturn is doing? Like, so how does the soul? Okay. So, Knight of Wands, King of Wands, Seven of Wands. It's kind of saying the same thing. It's like it's talking about your growth and what you're attracting into your life. You're just because of your own choices. You're choosing to like go after things that make you excited. You know what I mean? Like a wand person. Because you got Knight of Wands, King of Wands, Seven of Wands. You just keep working to like grow in your craft, in your passion, in your strength, in your power. And I feel like you are ready for the reset button. I feel like what you are sort of searching for is a joy, a happy, stable home with the Four of Wands. And honestly, I think it's coming. I mean, that's at the bottom of the deck, but that's like a card of a spirit just giving it to you. Here you go. Remember at the beginning when I was reading about Saturn, and I said, and it said something like Saturn withholds what you've been working for until you've earned it. Not saying that you didn't earn this before, but you've really earned something. And Spirit is handing it to you, and it's coming in like with that Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like someone, you're manifesting someone. Tell me what is brand new in this new cycle. Another successful sign, learning the lesson of Saturn is what I feel like. Okay. Okay, wow, that's kind of a lot, but I feel like, first of all, you're cutting out like anything that doesn't serve you, anything that makes you like, feel like you're not as cool as you are, right? As great as you are. You're dumping out love that didn't serve you. Like if somebody just like you love someone and they didn't love you back, you're like, fuck it, bye. Yeah, you're just very strong in the Emperor energy here. I see the Emperor, the strength, the wish fulfillment, the judge. I mean, yeah, the Judgment card, or not Judgment. It's a Justice card, Libra energy, and then the Ten of Cups. So that's what the new thing is bringing in. It's like you're getting the strength to walk away from all the stuff that doesn't serve you. You just are. That's what it's saying. Like that's what this retrograde showed you, like what doesn't serve me and what does. Like this tower was bad, but it did cause a transformation. I guess I can let go of that resentment. I guess I can walk away now because I do see that I actually got a lot of gifts out of that. I could see how my soul planned that. You're seeing the justice in everything, and it's really good. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and in the middle of that's 3 of Pentacles. So it's like Spirit is just handing it to you, you know. Wow, that is what I got for the readings today. I just want to tell everybody thank you for coming. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, and just showing up. Hey, how's your day been? Okay, so I'm all done, and I just thank you so much. I love you guys, and I hope you have a great day.